Ladies and gentlemen, I am I Wish I Knew. This is Minecraft, and today we're doing another Child's Play charity and another episode of Chunks for Charity. So, I would like to give a shout out. Thank you to everybody who has donated. We're currently up to $55 donated as of the recording of the audio for this video. Yes. So, yes, thank you everybody who's done that. Um, Sadly, there have been no questions that have been asked about that I can give you a hint for or respond to. So what I've done is I've made my own, and I will be answering those. Well, actually, I have a few that were asked, but not through the comments or anything like that. Because when you do donate, you can ask a question, whatever that question may be. And if it's something appropriate, I will try to answer it. So there is incentive for you to donate money. Not only the incentive of being able to help out children in children's hospitals who cannot basically really have a childhood because they're in children's hospitals, or whatever, they're in their the car wrecks. Child's Play Charity buys those kids and hospitals that do children's hospitals toys, books, and video games for the children to play. So, with that being said, on to my first question. And my first question was actually by a buddy of mine who asked, what do I listen to while I film this? Since, as you can see, I speed it up. He wanted to know what I did in the hour, 2 hour, 3 hours, however long it takes me to film this. And for those of you who are wondering of why I'm actually speeding this up instead of doing the non-sped up way, it's that one, I did the non-sped up way. I did a normal speed the last episode, and I got almost nothing done in the 10 minutes. And plus, no one's really said anything about what they prefer. I've had like one guy say yes and one guy say no. So he asked what I did, and basically what I do is I listen to podcasts or to YouTube. Like when I was recording this episode, I had an episode of DJ Ravine. He recently released a new video on YouTube, so I listened to that. And then once that was done, I switched over and I listened to Neil deGrasse Tyson's Star Talk Radio, and specifically the episode dealing with the Mayan apocalypse. And it's kind of an old episode, but I'm listening backwards, starting with whatever episode he just releases and then going backwards. So the one he just did, or the one not he just did, the one I just finished listening to was about Mayan apocalypse and 2012 and whatnot. And very interesting. Definitely all of this stuff is very educational. And he's very good at speaking, very inspiring. So if you want something to do while you play Minecraft, definitely can't go wrong with, one, listening to my videos and donating to Child Play Charity, but two, listening to Neil deGrasse Tyson Star Talk Radio. Alright, so now I'm like almost 3 minutes in. On to my next thing. Actually, over 3 minutes. Yeah. So on to my next part. What I recently obtained a PlayStation 3, and I don't think I went over this on my last video. It's PlayStation 3 with a Digimon World 1, 2, 3, and 4. Well, I've gotten 3 and 4 in the mail. I'm still waiting on 1 and 2 to show up. And I'm thinking of possibly doing some Let's Play of that, depending on if anybody's interested. I've never actually beat any of them, though I have played all of them, though by far playing 3 I played 3 the most. I played only 1 and 2 for a little bit. So if you're interested in any of that, definitely leave a comment down below. Tell me. I also got Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, and I will... my girlfriends are saying they're really good games. I hear a lot of people say, they're really good games and a lot of fun. So I'll probably be playing those too. And so if I do a Let's Play on that, again, it's up to y'all and whether y'all want to see one, whether it's worth my time. And only worth my time in so much. Like, I do enjoy doing the videos, and I do enjoy recording them and putting them up. But I also enjoy just playing by myself and being in a game. So what y'all determine, what y'all say. If people want to watch it and people do watch it, then it's much more fun, much more worth it to me to just play and film. Not saying that I'd rather not film. So don't think that's like, oh man, I gotta go film. No, I enjoy filming and I enjoy putting them up, but there's just some games that I want to play by myself if nobody wants to watch. So that aside, Steam Summer Sale actually ends yesterday by the time this video goes out. So I hope y'all had a really good time. I hope y'all bought some good games if y'all wanted to. I bought a couple of them. I finished out my Fallout series with Fallout 1, 2, Fallout 1 and 2, and Fallout Tactics. Though I had them before, and I've actually had them on Steam, and I lost the CDs somewhere wherever I put them. So I actually now just have Fallout 1 and 2 and Tactics on Steam. I also got Condemned and Jericho and a couple other FPS horror games, Dishonored, Darksiders, a couple of games like that. So yeah, they're pretty fun games. So hopefully y'all have them, hopefully not. And give me a second, I am looking at my notes. Okay, so one thing you'll see in the video in a couple of minutes is I'm going with Quartz, the Quartz mod. And actually, before I get into that, let me say what I just did. What I was just doing, as you saw, I was taking all the water out. I mined underneath the water, so it couldn't respawn, because water, as I said in a previous episode, if it's on the ground and it's in a it's two source blocks that are separated by one space, then those water source blocks will generate another water source block there. So you basically can never empty it unless you do it really fast. So what I did there was I mined it all out. Then I built tanks using a square of glass. And then using buckets, I basically emptied out the lake, or that section of the lake, and put it into the tank. So I'm keeping them as I said I was going to. And I will actually get the lava in a little bit, not in this episode, maybe in another episode or two. So I am sticking to my promise of trying to keep as many of the blocks as possible. I broke the ice because I can't keep ice. I don't have a fortune pick yet, but when I do, I will get a fortune pick. Oh, I'm sorry, not fortune, a silk touch pick. But when I do get a silk touch pick, I will start to collect ice. So what I was saying though about the quartz mod basically is a advanced sort of computer mod. It's not computer craft, it's a computer mod where you can use quartz and parts of the quartz mod to make storage disks, and where you store all your items electronically. So instead of having to have multiple barrels and barrel upgrades and whatnot, I can actually use one square and store, tens and thousands or hundreds of thousands, even possibly, items in that one square. Once I get more advanced enough into the system, because you can get like basically a server rack that you can store a whole bunch of disks on, and each disk, depending on how advanced the disk is, can hold anywhere from 1024 bytes to 4096 bytes, I believe. And where 1 byte is, like 64, I'm sorry, not 64, a stack of 64 items is 3 bytes, but the first item is 9 bytes. So if I put like a piece of dirt, a piece of cobble, and a piece of stone in one disk, it'll be 9 times 3, which would be 27. I'll have 27 bytes used. But if I do a stack of wood, or a stack of like dirt or something, just one stack of one item, it'll just be 12 bytes. And then the second one would be 15 bytes, and the third one would be 18 bytes. I'm not entirely sure if that's accurate. I think it is. It might be like 6 per one, so then it'd be like 15, 21, 27. But as you can see, if I have 1024 and a stack is only 6, I can get a lot of items into that area. And so there's some server racks that hold 8, 10, 12 disks, and you can see just how much storage I can put in one area. So I will most likely be using that to basically store everything, and I can get rid of the barrels, no barrel upgrades, like I said. And when you saw me when I was in that one location, I was punching that square, and that coin kernel starting, that's basically a quartz-powered macerator, where you put in a stone or whatever, and then that's you put in iron, you get 2 iron dust, which each dust turns into an ore, so you get, or into a bar, so you get, twice what you mine. However, it's coming close to the end of the video, so again, I'd like to say I have the donation link to the Chunks for Charity Child's Play charity drive. It's in the link. It's in the description down below. And there's a link to the main wiki page for the mod I'll be using. As always, I wish I knew. I would thank you for watching, and if you hit the like, subscribe button if you want to, share it with your friends, and I'll see you next time.